Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know that it has been quite a while. My name is Verna, if you're new here, and I make videos all about microlocs with a pinch of lifestyle. So today I'm going to sit down and have a chat with you all about my 2-year DIY microloc anniversary. But first I'm going to go get my nails done because I've tried out cat eye, right? This was supposed to be gray, right? However, it doesn't look gray, it looks beige. Also, my girl only put 2 coats on, so it started cracking. It might have been my mistake. I got my nails done and went to the gym right after. However, this does not usually happen. Other nails started to crack, break, which is new. I don't know what it was, but it's just too thin. So I'm going to just get it maybe a polish change and then see if she can, help correct some of these broken. Just got back from the gym. Showered. As far as my hair at the moment, I am 2 weeks post retie. Okay, so you're looking at about a week old braid out. And I kind of like when it's like this, when it has like the subtle waves. It still looks very cute. Still gives the length and a little body. For my fine haired lock girlies, you already know how that is. So yes, I am going to go to my nail appointment, come back. I still haven't had a coffee yet. I'm gonna make myself a coffee and we're gonna sit down and have a chat. So if you're interested in watching any of that, just keep on watching. Alright, so thank you guys for being here if you have made it this far. So now let's dig into this 2-year DIY microloc chit chat. I apologize in advance if you hear any rumbling in the background. That's the laundry. So I've got some questions that I want to answer regarding my lock journey thus far. First question is, what has your second lock journey taught you in comparison to your first lock journey? I think for me, one of the biggest things was understanding my hair type. So I do have fine 4C hair. The biggest difference was my first set of locks I had traditional locks. I had maybe about 70, 80 locks maybe. And that wasn't doing it for me. So my second lock journey, between my first lock journey and now, what I've learned more about is, one, my hair type, density, and just really understanding, really wanting to make sure that I want what I want for my hair. Because I feel like with my first lock journey, I was just I remember giving a picture to the I don't even want to call her a loctician because I don't think she was a loctician. She was a hair braider, and she just said, "Listen, this is not going to work for your hair. I'm just going to do basically whatever I want to on your hair." So initially, I did want something like Microlocs or small locks, but she just completely disregarded it and sort of did her own thing. So this lock journey, and I guess because I created my locks myself, I was very intentional about what I wanted, the look that I was going for. So again, I've learned about my hair type. I've always known my hair was fine, but in terms of how your hair type applies to the type of locks you want, I didn't necessarily understand it in the way that I do now, of course. So making sure that lock density, hair type, and sort of the look that I wanted to go for. It also taught me that, the number one thing we talk about is patience. Locks are definitely a journey. That's why they call them lock journeys. I have, nursed these babies since they were in the TWA stage, and it is amazing to see how much they've grown, and just reflecting on some of the pictures that I have. I feel like it's taught me to be more proactive with my own hair. I've always done my own hair, but with the exception of like in the past getting sew-ins and braids or whatever. But my lock journey compared to now, I think I was very doubtful of myself in terms of trying to maybe maintain my locks and everything, because when I first started this lock journey, I remember saying in a video from maybe 2 years ago now, that I was not going to maintain my hair. I was gonna get it done and that's it. Now my hair I solely maintain on my own, and it's like once in a while I go to the lock salon to get it done. So yeah, I have learned about my hair type, my density, density for hair in general, patience, and learning how to be more proactive in terms of my own hair care maintenance. What do you love about your locks the most? I like the shape. I like the shape of my hair. It's definitely growing out into the bob that I would like. Yeah, the bangs, like the front, is finally growing out. Even though the original color that I had on my hair is like continually fading, I do like the color too. I get a lot of compliments from random people saying that they like my hair, and a lot of them saying that they really like the color of my hair. It wasn't intentional, it's just outgrown hair, but I just accept the compliment and move on. So I like the shape, and I like the color of my hair, and despite my hair being fine, I do like the fullness that I was able to create with my hair. Granted, I definitely wish I had made more locks in my hair, but yeah, I like the shape, I like the color, and I like the fullness that I was able to create. Do you plan on coloring your hair? I do want to dye my hair again at some point, but I want to let all this grow out, and I want to see like it just all dark brown, or all dark brown hair color first, before I do anything. I was looking at photos and I really liked that auburnish, coppery color that I had many years ago. And I definitely wouldn't mind having something like that now. However, I am definitely against the bleaching, because that's what took me out years ago, and that's why my locks started breaking. And my locks are thinner now because they are Microlocs, so I want to be very careful the next time I dye my hair. And it would definitely be professionally done. Do you regret anything about your lock journey? I think I might have answered this question once before. So With my hair, I always say that, you know, I wish I would have had or made more locks in my hair. Sometimes I have the thought of like, do I wish I would have gone and gotten my hair professionally done? That would have been ideal, you know, to pay the $650, almost $700 to get Microlocs installed. However, I feel like there is some pride in, you know, saying, this is all me. Sir. Saying, this is all me. I did this, started it myself, I maintained it myself. I'm that girl. I just wish that, again, I made 220 locks. I feel like locks are like, they're very like quiet beauty. I don't know if you know what I mean when I say this, like, you know, locks are just so beautiful in their own, on their own, and they really don't need much. You can have really polished, maintained locks. They're gorgeous. You can not have a retwist for a really long time and they can still look gorgeous. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but locks on their own are just beautiful no matter, you know, how you maintain them. There's just like this subtle beauty about locks. It's like this subtle inherent beauty about locks that no other hairstyle has, except, you know, loose natural hair. But locks are just, I feel like they're very special. And I feel like they are a great representation of who I am. They work for me. You know, I am a very simple girl. I don't wear makeup. I'm very low maintenance in that way. So I maintain my routine and, you know, it doesn't require much. And that's what I like. Do you have any lock updates? So I attempted to reattach the lock that I lost a while back, but it came off. But you can see grew quite a bit, so that's great. Hopefully I'll be successful at reattaching again. Also, it's winter. We're going into winter season. It's getting colder and my scalp is getting crustier and crustier. So I'm trying to be better at, you know, maintaining a good like moisturizing schedule. As far as like my maintenance too, I wash once every 2 weeks. So that's when I'm putting my oils in. And, you know, I was told by my loctician a while back not to put oils in my hair too often because it can contribute to like a lot of the dandruff and stuff like that. So I stopped really doing that too much. I'm trying to moisturize maybe like weekly with some oils. So if I do, I'm trying to really spray my hair and make sure that it's moisturized and then on with my oils. So then I'm probably moisturizing once every week and then you know, spritzing throughout the week to make sure that some of that stays locked in. But yeah, that's pretty much that. As far as lock updates, hair maintenance, yeah, I stopped trimming my ends as much to sort of meet the bob look. You know, I just sort of left it where it's at. It's gonna continue to grow and do its own thing. And I'm just waiting, you know, for the front to go and meet the back a little bit more. It's definitely possible in the future that I might trim it a little bit more, but as I previously said, I do want my hair to just sort of grow out on its own eventually, but I want it to be sort of an even keel at the same length. That is pretty much all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys being here and sticking with me on this journey. Those who've been here since day one when I first started my locks in September 2023, I really do appreciate you all. 2 years is a long time. Officially 2 years and 2 months locked. I remember when I didn't even have a whole back row of hair, when I started on my tapered cut, like, you guys were here from the beginning, you were able to see that flourish, and then when I finally created my last 4 on the bottom row, and it's crazy because, you know, it's all growing out now. But what I'll do is I'll give you guys a little 360. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.